Hey, what is up? Hey, what is up, guys? Today I will be telling you and showing you how to install and use Keepassxc. Now, you may be wondering, what is Keepassxc? Keepassxc is a cross-platform open-source password manager. Cross-platform means it works on all platforms, and if you need to transfer the file, well, the password file, which I'll talk about in a little bit, show you how to create one, can be stored and opened across different computers. For example, if you have a you create a database on Mac OS, you can open it on Windows the same way, and it would all work good. Great. I mean, now you probably have never really heard of a password manager, but if you're new to the channel or you don't have that much experience with this type of stuff. I bet most of you have heard of sponsorships on YouTube like Dashlane, telling you, this is great for your security because you can make alphanumeric strings and all these crazy encryption algorithms are protecting your data. Now, this really isn't that great. I mean, the idea is pretty good, but the way it's stored and the way it works isn't really that great. Number one, most password managers you have to pay for, and they are hosted on someone else's server, so they could actually access your credentials. In the past, I think 1Password or other password managers, online password managers, have been hacked in the past, and they've gotten access to credentials of its users. And also, just to be more secure, having anything online is more likely to be hacked than, let's say, something on your offline on your computer. So that's a pretty big plus for Keepassxc. Another thing is you don't have to pay for it. It's open source, which means it's free, as in freedom. You can use, and modify it whatever way you want. And it's a lot smaller than most proprietary software because there's not all that bloat. Now, if in order to download it, you can just you're on their home page, you can go to downloads, and you can go to, if you're on Windows, you can go to obviously Windows, install their MSI installer, and let's see, MS. But you also have to install the MSVC support libraries in order to run the program. It's similar to dependencies on Linux. If you're on Mac OS, once again, the DMG installer. And if you're on Linux, you can either download the app image, the snap package, or the flatpak package if you're feeling fancy. But the main way that you should probably be downloading this, and to help with just general bugs and stuff and security, is to just download it straight from your repository without having like a middleman like FlatHub or like Conical's Ubuntu Snap. Is just to download it directly from your repositories, your distributor repositories. I mean, the way you can do that is just by opening up a terminal, which you can open up either just by selecting the icon on Linux, or by typing in Ctrl-Alt-T at the same time, which will automatically open a terminal. Now, you can just copy and paste this text if you don't want to type it in, so you can just do Ctrl-C to copy it, highlight it, and press Ctrl-C, and then you can open up your terminal, and you do Shift Ctrl-V to paste in the terminal, not Ctrl-V. This is a big problem that I used to have all the time, where I wouldn't be able to copy stuff into my terminal. So you can just press Enter, enter your password. Oh, I just put it in. I'm goobing today, guys. I forgot I'm on a Ubuntu-based distro. I'm sorry, but yeah, copy whatever your package manager is, and try to know that at least. There we go. We've now installed Keepassxc. And it just said that because I actually haven't installed it. So sudo apt install. If you could see, let me just show you guys that again. It says Keepassxc is already the newest version, so I already have it installed, but it will install it for you when you enter this command into your chosen distribution or Linux distribution. So the way you can open it, two ways. Once again, terminal by just typing Keepassxc, or the way I prefer it is just by opening from your launcher. Keepassxc, just open it. This is a, once again, dummy file that I made earlier. I was testing it out. But what you're most likely going to see is just this page here, not this. You're going to want to click create new database. You can name it whatever you want, set a description, but I'm just going to leave it at passwords. Decryption time you can increase or decrease. Longer time means higher protection, lower amount of time it takes to open the database, lower protection. You can leave it at 1 second and you should be fine, unless your last name starts with Snowden. You should be pretty good. What I do recommend is maybe changing doing the benchmark 1 second delay on your system to just improve performance, or you can just leave it how it is. Or you can. I also recommend changing your encryption algorithm because I don't know, it just to support different algorithms. And I think it's Cha-Cha-20, which I've seen used a couple times on I've seen other people use it as their encryption algorithm for Keepassxc. It's actually a little bit faster than AES. And if you're kind of against the CIA, NSA, I mean, you won't really want to be using AES, which was, I think, made by the government, American government. So anyways, continue. Password, make up a password. Right now it's just going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. I do not put it as 1, 2, 3, 4. Make a sentence or a passphrase. Write it down somewhere on a sticky note, paper, and pretty much, yeah, just write it down physically, put it in a safe place, and you should be good. And then click done, and you can choose where you want to save it. I'm gonna save it in pictures. I'm gonna just put it in, well, not pictures, but desktop, and then just save it there. It'll save it there. Now you can just add a new entry, or you can add a new group, which is essentially a folder, or we can just save it's fine. You can either just make a new entry by right-clicking in the margin and clicking on new entry, or you can click this little icon up here, and it will create a new entry. You can just call it Netflix account, username Netflix 1924, and then for the password, you can just oh my god, I'm stuttering, sorry, my cat just came in the room. You can just press this button right here, and it'll generate an alphanumeric super secure password. Some sites I do know have like a character limit, like 20 or something, but I think most websites you can have up to like 128 or like 1,000. I recommend just doing something reasonable, like 25 or something. It's gonna be very hard to guess, especially for a computer. To guess that, it'll take years upon years, centuries even, to crack that. So pretty much what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to click OK or accept. You just click OK. You see, do you want to apply this generate password to this entry? Yes, it will automatically save your entry and stuff. In order to let's say like you have a field open on your computer that you need to enter credentials into, you can simply do this by right-clicking on the entry and clicking copy username. Will copy your username. Copy password for the password. Will copy your password or username to your clipboard, which every 10 seconds by default, every 10 seconds it will clear your keyboard to make sure you don't accidentally paste any sensitive information into something you don't really want to paste it into. So I hope you guys found this video helpful and educational, and hopefully you guys are a little bit more secure on the internet these days. You really can't be too safe. Anyways, out.